Cumberland County Board of Commissioners adopted the fiscal year 2013 budget back in June. Assistant Finance Director Howard Abner provides information on this year's budget and several county projects.
The Board of Commissioners adopted the FY2013 budget Tuesday night, June 12th. The countywide budget was $515.6 million, and that represented a $10.3 million decrease from FY12, and that equals 2%. The general fund is the primary fund for the county, and the budget for the general fund is $304.1 million, and that was a $12.8 million increase, or 4.4%. And since that's a relatively large increase, let me explain why that happened. Back in 1998, it started. Our mental health department was accounted for as a special revenue fund. And as a special revenue fund, all their transactions, their revenue, and their expenditures are recorded separately from the general fund. For audit reporting purposes, the mental health revenue and expenditures are incorporated back into the general fund. And this makes it kind of confusing, not only internally when we're talking the general fund, we have to decide, well, which set of numbers do we want to convey to either the public or for internal use. By moving the mental health into the general fund, those organizations accounted for $12.96 million of the increase. And as I said earlier, the general fund actually increased 12.8, which means there was a $176,000 decrease in the general fund if you exclude those mental health agencies. The tax rate to support the overall countywide budget is set at 74 cents per $100 valuation. Of that 74 cents, we have chosen to set aside 0.6 of 1 cent to be accumulated in the detention center facility expansion projects, and that equals about $1.2 million. And those funds will go over there for several years. Once the jail is built, then that funding, $1.2 million, will then be translated into operating costs for the jail. The 7.4 cent tax rate, it's been in effect for 3 years. And in fact, if you go back to 2002, that was the last time that taxes were actually increased. So that's really 11 years without any tax increase. Also on the tax bill, not only will you have the countywide tax rate of 74 cents per $100, there will also be a $48 solid waste household fee, and that goes to support our landfill operations. The 2013 budget was balanced without cutting departments. Departments were initially held at their 2012 operating spending limits, and if they needed to, they had an opportunity to submit a supplemental request for those expenses that were mandatory, that either by the state or some other organization. We also did not cut any filled or vacant positions. There were no furloughs, there were no layoffs. Funding for our county schools was held at the FY12 level of $76.2 million. And there again, this is the third year that they've been held at that level. For FTCC, Fayetteville Technical Community College, their funding was also held at FY12 levels of $9.1 million. In addition to that funding, we expect to go out this summer for a loan of $3.6 million to be used for additional capital needs for FTCC. The board also approved 59 new positions for the general fund. Of those 59 positions, 7 go to animal control. And we got 3 new animal control officers and 3 combination animal control / trapper positions. Some of the other positions, we have 41 positions that were approved to start the phase-in hiring for the detention center. A new initiative for FY 2013 is the establishment of an employee wellness center, and that's going to be located at our old health department, which we're now referring to as the E. Newton Smith Center. And really the wellness center is really made up of 3 separate but interrelated departments. You have the pharmacy, you have the wellness clinic itself, and then you have a wellness program. I would encourage anyone that if you want more information on the budget, go to the county's website at www.co.cumberland.nc.us. Right now we have our recommended budget posted, and I would encourage you to read the recommended budget. It has two important documents in it. One is the manager's budget message, and the other one, there's a set of about 40 PowerPoint slides, and it gives you a good overview of the budget. Hopefully by mid-August we'll have the adopted budget posted. And if you want information right away, please call the finance office at 678-7753, and we'll be glad to answer whatever questions you have.